to another episode of Off the Dribble, presented and powered by the Warner Robins All Stars travel basketball team. We want to thank everybody for joining us today. We got a special show for you today, as we always try to bring to you. So we're going to jump right into it. Let me introduce the team. We got Coach Tap.
What's up?
Coach Charles G.
Hey.
And our spotlight player of the day, Andrew Trey Grane. Trey, what's up, brother?
What's up, Coach?
How's everything going, man? You doing good?
Chilling.
I hear you. Hey, man, I'm going to read off some of your accomplishments, man, and some of the things that people out there saying about you. They're calling you a floor general, a lockdown defender, a tough and physical player. Does that describe you, Trey?
Yes, sir. It does.
All of it?
Yeah, all of it. Every single one.
Where you get that mentality from, man?
I don't know. I think I was just born with it.
Yeah?
Yeah, just born with it.
Oh, man, here you go. Hey, but I know you a dog, Trey. You know what I mean? And in the most respectful way as I can say that, I seen you, like, in practice. I seen you how you challenge your teammates and how you push your teammates. But at the same time, how you are a great teammate and encouraging, man. So I seen you play this weekend. How did it feel to finally get back on the court?
Felt good. No, it felt great. It felt great. Just being out there with my brothers again, you know. I love playing basketball.
There you go. Hey, so real quick, man. A big stat that stands out to me, man, is that 3.7 GPA. Tell us kind of what's your mindset as far as schools go and how important that is as far as you personally and then helping your basketball career get into that next level.
I was always told that, like, you ain't gonna be able to get nowhere without, like, good grades or whatnot. So, I mean, that comes first. If you don't got good grades, you can't play. So, I mean, it always got to come first.
There you go. And then Trey, you had a solid year last year, man. 17 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 steals per game. It sounded like you were definitely a leader and an impact player. I know you were hurt a little bit last year, but you bounced back from that. Tell us about how your recovery went, man, and where you at now.
My recovery, it was long, cause like it was very long, cause my appointments kept getting pushed back. So like I ended up having to sit out for like 2 months. But I mean, I'm not mad at it because now like my knees feel like 100%. You know, so I mean, I was mad, but now I'm not really tripping over it no more.
Right. But again, man, I go back to you and just kind of the leader that you are. Even when you weren't able to play, I seen you, man. You still encouraging your players, pushing them to that next level, giving them little insights that you were seeing for the bench, man. So I'm a big fan, Trey.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Yeah, don't let it go to your head, though.
Oh, it won't.
Hey, so without further ado, let's introduce our special guest for today's episode, Coach Brandon Juke Johnson.
Coach, what's going on, y'all?
Good, Coach. Hey, we appreciate you joining the show, man. How's everything?
Man, great, bro. Just trying to stay out the way with all the corona going on. Just trying to stay safe. You know.
Oh, there you go. So the family doing good and everything, man?
Yeah, man. Trying to keep up with my little girl, you know, but she growing up pretty fast, man. Still got a little smart mouth, but you know how that goes with the little girl. She's only 8, so you can't do too much. Can't do too much to her, but you know, seeing her grow up, that's the best thing, you know.
Hey man, we know she got you wrapped around her finger. I mean, your finger, her finger.
Yeah, definitely, man. I honestly say that, bro. Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Hey, so Coach, I think you famously known for your saying, man, that work gonna show. Where that come from?
Man, bro, to be honest, like I couldn't even really tell you, man. I think like, man, me and like a couple of my friends have a group message. So like we always saying motivational stuff to each other. Right. And man, and I think I said it in a text and it just stuck. And right. you know how I am on Twitter, I just started using it because it made sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what you do in the world, no matter whether it's basketball, you going to college, like, if you work hard for it, then work is going to always show. So it's never not fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go to work every day, you want to make money, you got to work to make that money, right? So you got to work to show. That work going to show anyway. We got dudes that don't do no work at work, but you already know what I mean when I say that work don't show, man. So, I mean, that's basically what, it came from, but I stuck with it, and we've been running with it ever since. I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't think I'll ever stop using it.
Right. It's always going to fit.
Yeah, always, man, with every team, with every kid, no matter who you talk to, you can always tell them that work going to show, and it's crazy because now, like, a lot of people have started using it. So, like, I mean, that's like a great thing with me. And best believe that I'm working on getting everything right for myself on that. So, if anybody try to use it, they won't be able to use it at all. So, like, that's basically where I'm at with that. So,
it's gonna have that R with the circle around it in a minute, right?
Got to, bro. Got to. I'm a trademark. I got to, man. So, like, just being able to see other people use it for themselves. Like, I even had a friend of mine tell me that they use it for themselves to motivate. And, like, I actually think that they got an opportunity to be like a actor. You know what I'm saying? So, say when they got down, they used that for motivation. So, like, bro, for me to be able to help somebody else grind, like, that's a great thing for me. I take the love for all of it.
Yeah, that's gonna give them that extra boost, man. 100%. Hey, so Juke, man. Besides, the catchphrase, man. You're a regional talent scout for Pro Movement Athletics, a basketball trainer, as well as an assistant coach over at Grane County High School. So, I mean, you all in the culture from every angle, man.
I mean, when you love something, man, you try to figure out a way to make it work for you. Right. Like, I love the game of basketball. And, like, what's crazy, like, most dudes call me a football guy, but they don't understand that. Like, I love the game of basketball probably more so than I love the game of football.
Yeah. So, hey, if you could, man, can you kind of just walk us through how you got and what made you want to get in this basketball culture and push it forward?
Man, a couple of years ago, probably like now, like most of the kids, they're probably like either graduated or they're about to graduate for 2021. Mm-hmm. One of my high school friends I played football with, he wanted to coach rec football. So, like, mind you, these kids, they're about to be seniors, like 9 years old. Right. So he was like, man, come coach football with me. So, like, I always wanted to be a coach, but, like, bro, I never really just was into it. So, mind you, I'm working at Home Depot. So I go out there, do the rec stuff, and I love it. So I didn't start basketball till like 2 years later, maybe 2-3 years later. And like with football, man, it's like 12 to 13 coaches in a sense, you know what I'm saying, with every position that you coach. So I coached like rec basketball 1 year, and I liked it, but I wasn't the assistant coach. I wasn't the head coach, I was the assistant. Mm-hmm. So the next year I ended up being a head coach. And like I got to run my practices, do what I want, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like I just fell in love with it. Like I loved it. And like I always liked basketball, so it wasn't like I wasn't just not, you know what I'm saying? And I played in high school. Right. So, man, once that happened, I ended up becoming a coach. But mind you, I never was thinking about training. Like I always would do football camps and stuff. So I was working for like a ministry place that helped kids out in my community. And we was at a workshop in church. And the dude said, do something that you always thought about doing. Like I always thought about being a trainer from doing the football stuff. Right. So I wrote it down, man. And he was like, basically the preacher was like, through God, you'll be able to make your dreams come true. So I had wrote it, like, you know how we used to write in a circle and brainstorm about everything, write a little circle and attach everything to it. Right. So I put BYB training in the circle. And I wrote down what I wanted to do. And when I wrote it down, I promise you, when I walked out of there, I called my best friend, Tay Rod, and I was like, bro, I'm about to start training. And I got on Facebook one day, and I asked the kid, I posted, does anybody want to get trained? And a kid out of Crawfordville, Georgia, like, don't nobody know anything about Crawfordville. Like, it's just a small city. I'm in a small town, but it's like 10, 15 minutes away. And a kid named Tyreek Williams, the kid that's pinned on my tweet with the workout, all right, he's at Southern Methodist now. And he was like, man, will you train me? And bro, I promise you, once we started training when he was in the 10th grade, like, it's just been going up ever since.
That's what's up, man. That's the passion, right? That's the passion that we're looking for in this culture, right? Not as my main Dame Dash say, a culture vulture, right? But we're looking for somebody that's really in it to win, right? And really in it for the right reasons, man. So I salute you on that.
Yeah, bro, I appreciate that, man. And I mean, like, without that kid, bro, like, without him and a lot of the other kids, like Kajarius Harris, DJ Wright, like my boy Muns, like, without a lot of those kids, man, I probably won't be where I am today. Just by the grind and just by them wanting my help and accepting my help. So, like, that's just real.
Nah, man, definitely staying true to it. So, Juke, let me ask you this, man. The hottest news, like, in the last week and a half, or whatever the case may be, is that Georgia got approved for the shot clock. Can you kind of just speak on that from where you sit, as far as a trainer and a scout, and kind of let us understand how you think the game is going to be affected in a positive way from
that? Like with me, like, I dealt with the shot clock when I was at a prep school last year. Mm-hmm. So with me, like, it was different for me because then I had to really understand it more. The game was faster. And more so, too, now you got to move the ball a little more. Mm. And kids don't like moving the ball like that in high school basketball. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's different. Now, this is going to be different because now you can't just hold the ball. You got to really run your sets. So, and like, I think Bryce was talking about how much it affected the Washington, D.C. area. And it makes sense. Like, it's a lot of pros that come out of that area that use the shot clock, and their game was, it was more mature. So, like, that's the understanding of it. Like, for me, I think it's going to help kids really get to knowing the game of basketball, so when they get to college, they'll understand more of how to move the ball and how many seconds they need to run the set. Run the sets. Now you got to run your sets. And I seen that from just seeing the JUCO ball and seeing the shot clock being used. Like, man, if you don't use your sets and you just BSing around with the ball, you're going to get like 30 put on you. Or you're going to get the clock rant bust on you too.
Yeah. So we had Coach Sherman White on here, and he also mentioned how the shot clock is going to bring more opportunities to the state. As, it's not too many states that actually have the shot clock implemented at the high school level. So that's going to bring opportunities for, different shoe companies or whatever the case may be to come in and hold big-time tournaments. So I think overall it's definitely going to be a plus, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not going to be a plus for, like, what people don't understand is, like, think about Warner Robins having the new gym. Mm-hmm. So them having a new gym could be something that they could do more of to help bring more money to the school by having tournaments with the shots. Right. So, I mean, it's going to benefit the Georgia basketball as a whole a lot. It's just people got to trust in the system.
Yeah. I think the other side of that, too, is going to be these coaches going to have to get in their bag a little bit, right? Because,
that's
talk on it.
That's real. That's real, bro. And that makes sense though. Like, if you get in the game, you don't like, bro, you get in the game to coach. So if you can't coach, you gonna get exposed. Right. That makes sense. Like, I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, I'm still learning. So like, I'm still learning most of like all the sets and everything now. Like, it's more important now than anything. Right. Because once the shot clock really starts, if you don't really get your kids to understand it, and they come out there BSing, it ain't gonna work for you. Yeah. I'm telling you, I've seen it. I even seen, I've got 100 dropped on me, bro. Coach. just because kids didn't want to do what they were supposed to do, you know? So it's like that process, yeah. Yeah, so if you ain't disciplined, you're gonna get the score ran up on you.
Yeah. So Trey, let me ask you, man, as far as the shot clock coming in, how do you think that's going to affect the game? I know a lot of your games upcoming season won't be mandatory that you play with a shot clock, but I'm definitely sure that there's going to be some times in there where you're going to be able to get some shot clock games. What do you think about the shot clock?
I like the shot clock rule because, like, you know, you got those teams that like try to slow everything down and everything and try to run. Like, it's just gonna force everybody to like pick up the tempo, and like I like playing with like a tempo, and you know, and then you know late in the shot clock that's when I more pick and rolls and stuff, and that's my favorite parts of the game. So I like the rule.
Yeah, good. Coach Tat.
Yo.
What you got, Coach?
Man, just Coach Juke, I want you to talk to the people a little bit about, you know, what you look for when you evaluate a kid.
Man, I want to see a kid compete, bro. I don't like if I see you compete, I know you, and you get buckets. I know you for real. Like, you got some kids that just do play basketball just because. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna give you an example of a kid that I seen when I was at Sean event like 2 weeks ago. Zocco Littleton. Like, he was competitive during the drills.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was letting you know even during the drills that, hey, I'm here for business. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't a lot of kids you see like that. You know what I'm saying? And even when the 3-on-3, like, you could tell that, oh, okay, oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I look at that, and I look at the energy that you bring. Because I'm gonna look at a game film. Like, even when I look at, you know, I'm gonna look at a game film, I'm gonna see how you play on defense. Because kids don't show their defense on highlight films anymore. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna see how you play. That's real. Like, I'm gonna see that. So if you got fire to your game and you compete, everything else gonna come. If I know you can score, then cool. Like, I mean, like, there are some kids they just smooth. They don't show no energy. You know that. But like Zocco, you could tell, bro. Like, when he was in there, he meant biz. And Derrick Harris too. Derrick Harris told the kid he was too little. And you know what I'm saying? When you coming from South Georgia and you up in the city talking like that means you coming in there to mean big. So, I mean, you ain't got too many South Georgia kids coming up here talking like that. They quiet. They don't say too much. You know what I'm saying? And like him, Shamir Wingfield, and the Isaac kid coming out of South Georgia, they let their game do the talking. But like, that you gonna know that they in the building.
Right. Trey, and with the shot, and with Coach talking to you about the shot clock, and you saying the pick and roll is what you like to do on offense. You know, what would you do at the end of the game to control the tempo with the shot clock? I mean, how would you manage the game?
Like, wait, hold on. How would I manage the game?
Yeah. With the shot clock, whether you up or down. How would you manage?
it's
The
just
35 seconds.
like it's just those key times in the game where you know you need to run set plays, and you know you need to like say for instance, like the game is like real, like going like real fast, turn over here. Then I know I'm gonna need to like slow it down, run a set play, a few plays here, then like get everything to quiet down. Then that's when you can try to like speed it up a little bit more. But you just not let it like get too fast to the point where like it's just like a up and down game at the park or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Hey, Coach Juke, man, you doing this thing from so many levels, from training to coaching to evaluating. You know what I'm saying? So my question for you is like, so being a trainer and being a assistant high school coach as well, what warning signs should parents have with those trainers when it, because you definitely see kids want to get training and it may not necessarily translate, and you like, man, come on, man, what's going on?
Man, like to be honest, like I ain't gonna lie, like when I first started, like I probably was trying to do everything, you know what I'm saying? Like just to really, you know what I'm saying? Just to really get the feel of it. But then like I had to understand like this ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do something that works for you, that you feel like going, you know what I'm saying, translate to the game in itself. You know what I'm saying? So like when I do see trainers that do it, like I ain't gonna lie, I laugh about it. But at the same time, I try to put myself back in that situation and knowing that, dang, I tried some crazy stuff too, but not to that nature. But at the sense, you know what I'm saying? It was certain stuff that I looked at that I felt like didn't work for me. But like, man, I promise y'all gonna think I'm lying, but I have yet to have met a trainer that's not really doing what they're supposed to do. That kids' games don't translate over. I mean, I haven't met anybody like that. Like Willie Evans, Metlock. I don't know if Metlock do a lot of training, but Metlock knows the game a lot. And Coach Mark Edwards, those are guys that do great things. You know what I'm saying? So like, I haven't met a trainer, and Coach Rob. Like I gotta make sure I talk about my guy Rob, man. So like, those are people that I talk to or I ask questions to help me get better as a trainer. And overall, like, bro, even the younger guys that come up, I haven't met a kid or anybody that trains that game hasn't translated. And maybe I'm just blessed to see that,
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it.
I would say those heavy hitting names you name, you in the right circles, my man.
I mean, bro, like I was always told, if you want to answer, you gotta ask questions. So it's been plenty of times where I've sent Coach Mark a message on Twitter, and he hit me right back and tell me what, you know what I'm saying, without even meeting me. You know what I'm saying? I just met him on the radar 2 weeks ago. So like, just seeing that and then Willie, like me and Willie grew up in the same hometown. We from the same place.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So that, it just being around great people, man, and you choose who you wanna be around and who you wanna learn from.
Absolutely.
And those are guys that I've learned from, man. Like Rob been showing me love ever since I first met him. And like, bro, I consider Rob like my brother.
Oh yeah, man. Nah, man, that's good, man. You definitely got yourself immersed with the right people. But I'm gonna hit it with Trey for a little bit, man. Trey, man, I see you in practice, man, with the younger group. You know what I'm saying? And you, man, if y'all haven't seen him practice with the younger group, he pushes them to the limit. So that 2022, what you was doing, man, I applaud that. I think we need more kids like that. I think we need that big brother mentality and showing these kids like, no, I ain't giving you. You got to earn every step, every dribble. You make them earn it. So how did that come about, man? You always been that way, or is that something you just grew into?
I'm not gonna lie. I really started. The reason why I'm like that is because I was brought up like that. Cause back in when I was 9, I had like just started playing basketball, like getting into it. And you know, Tat had his AAU team, and that's when Jacoby, Scoot, Aaron, all them boys with him. So mind you, I'm not that good at basketball yet. So, and I had to go against, all of them. So, and I'm just sitting here like I'm not good at basketball, and he put me against them. So like, what you want me to do? But now I thank him for that because like it just got me prepared to the point where like when I started playing people my age, then like I was good though. So I really got that from him for putting me in that situation.
Gotcha. Gotcha. No, man, that's definitely a skill you can carry with you on to the next level, man. Every coach gonna want that player that's gonna push and challenge their teammates and keep doing that. Keep that with you, man. That's a you can't coach that, you can't teach it either. It's one of those things you got. So keep that, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
And with that being said, he whined and complained when he was younger, but now, like he said, it prepared him, and that was the whole plan with him, along with his dad. Man, his dad always said, "Coach, put him out there, throw him out there. He got to learn." Yeah. And so, I mean, his dad had pushed him as well and as hard as we did, and like I said, man, it's a blessing to see what he's blossomed into, and the way his game has blossomed, and the way he leads, and the way and the way that he pushes a younger group. Because like you said, Jacoby done pushed him like that, and so now it just comes right back around to what now he's leading. And which is a blessing, man. And I'm glad to see him. I'm glad to see him do it, man. And big things is in store for him, man. And big things gonna happen for him. Just proud of him.
Hey, Coach Juke, man. I know you said you was at Middle Georgia Prep, and then you went to Grane County High School.
Man, I'm from Grane County, so like when I started coaching rec, I ended up going to the middle school. And then I left middle school and ended up working with Coach Freeman, Gregory Freeman. My 1 year when he first came, he gave me an opportunity. And then I left MGP, and then, I ended up coming back in October and getting a job back at the high school again. I've been with them for the last 2 years.
Gotcha. So
hey, Coach Duke, talk to the people a little bit, man, about your about you in the pro movement, and I see a lot of stuff about the pro movement, man, with old Jared, man, which is a great guy. He does a great job and a lot for a lot of these kids in the area, man, and he's and what he's done, man, from what I've seen, in my opinion, what he's done, man, is greatly appreciated for me. And I'm pretty sure everybody on this panel could say the same thing. But you along with him, I think was a great asset to bring you along for what you do for the kids as well. All the behind the scenes stuff that a lot of people don't know about, which I had great pleasure to know firsthand. Talk about that a little bit, man, with the pro movement, man.
Man, hey, shout out to Jared. First off, like, for real, like Tat said, Jared's a great guy, bro. Like, what was crazy was I asked Jared about giving me an opportunity to work with pro. Just on Twitter like a couple of years ago. And Jared was like, I'm gonna get back with you. So I was like, man, that man probably think I'm playing. Like, I was thinking that maybe he would never hit me back. And like I was still doing the recruit stuff. I was still posting about kids, still sharing videos, still talking about kids, and just talking about kids a lot. And man, Jared hit me up. He was like, "Hey, would you like to be part of the pro movement?" Man, I said yes right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, let's go. Like let's do this. And so, like, just being able to see it and be able to, like, what makes it even better, bro, is that Jared lets me put like my own emphasis on things. So it's, you know what I'm saying? Like he trusts me with his company in a sense to where, you know, he takes some of the ideas that I might have, or he might just basically keep going. You know what I'm saying? Basically keep it going. So like, man, like Jared Drive is like on 20. You know what I'm saying? Like out of a scale of 1 to 10. So I try to match that, but he swear that it's me. You know what I'm saying? Like he swear it be my engine, but it's both. But like, man, people don't understand that Pro has a 94% success rate. We've helped kids get opportunities all over. Just got some more football kids, and people don't even know. Like, we actually got like 4 kids that are probably going to end up playing Division II or Division I football, and coaches don't even know who they are until now.
Right.
So like it's, you know what I'm saying? Like people don't get it in basketball alone, even without the other sports. Like every kid that we get has went to college. Not just a certain amount. Like I think last year we had 100%, and we had over 20 kids. I don't know the exact number, but we had over 20 kids that went to college to play ball.
So, Coach, you kind of speaking on that. Can you kind of just give us that breakdown? So you said you got kids that's going to college or whatever the case would be. So is that you guys putting their film out, working on their behalf, trying to get in touch with coaches? What exactly does that entail?
It's more so of like you have to work. You have to. It's a job, and people don't even realize it because you have to connect with coaches, send emails, send film out, like to emails, phone numbers, and it's hard because some coaches don't even hit you back. Some coaches don't even, you know what I'm saying? They be like, nah, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, people will get discouraged about that. Like, dang, why can't I help this? You know what I'm saying? Why is it not working for me? Like, I'm just like, well, it's your loss, not mine.
Right.
Because somebody gonna want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's even not only with pro, that's just with me and what I do, not only with pro, but just what I do outside of pro. So like, if I send you a kid, so I'm telling you, some coaches don't even accept it, but you understand that you're doing it for this kid. So like, regardless, I can have 20 people, 19 people can tell me no, but one person can tell me yes, and that starts a whole nother trend. It's just like when a kid get offered a scholarship. Let's be real. If this kid gets an offer, like for instance, let me say this, and this kid deserved every offer he got. Nobody knew who James White was out of Harris. Not too many people. But as soon as he got that first D1 offer, how many offers have we seen James get sent in? At least like 20, 25. Mm-hmm. It only takes one to believe in what you got going on to make other people in the world or other coaches want to believe in you too. Right. So that's all it is. It only takes one. I'm pretty sure it was hella coaches that seen James White film and then offer. But as soon as they seen somebody like Georgia, they were like, oh, we got to offer this kid. Oh, we got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, why we got to wait on, why you got to wait? If you really like this kid, then go ahead and offer the kid. If you know you're going to BS him, like, don't do it. I understand it. But don't offer a kid because of the fact, not everybody, but we know certain people do that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't right. Yeah. Like, if you like a kid, go and offer him. Don't even play with him. They're going to get it done because it might be a dream school. And because you waited till 10 other schools offer them, he might not want to go to you no more.
Right. Okay. So, Coach Juke, let me ask you this, man, as far as the training aspect, right? Can you kind of just speak on how important it is to stay current on your training aspect, right? So as far as you as a trainer, I'm sure there, like you said, you reach out to other trainers to figure out what's the latest and greatest, what techniques, how the game is evolving, so you can kind of put that into your training aspect. Can you just kind of speak on why it's important as a trainer to stay on top of your game?
Because you don't want to get left behind. I'm behind. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm behind. And like, and he'll kill me, man. Hey, Gerard, Coach Gerard, bro, that's my guy. That's my big bro. Like, he's one of the, like, Gerard is one of, like, the best trainers that I see around. I got to make sure I put that out there. So I want to put that in there. But, like, bro, I ain't got no Vertimax, bro. Them boys, I'm still trying to catch up. Like, I'm trying to catch up with Eples. I'm trying to catch up with Gerard. I mean, it doesn't take that, but you understand that you can't get left behind. So, like, even if I don't have a Vertimax, I can still add Mark, what do I need to do to just help my kid? Like, I can't afford the Vertimax right now. But what could I do to help my kids jump higher right now? And, bro, I promise you, he told me something. I'm not going to say what he told me, but he told me something, and I use it in my training now ever since he told me that. And the kids hate it. But at the same time, like, when he, like, it's going to help them. And I promise you, I've been doing it for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Wow. Good. Trey, let me ask you, man, as far as, can you kind of just speak to what your training entails as far as when you started playing basketball to where you're at now, as far as getting your body right and developing your skill set?
Wait, can you repeat that question again? I ain't get that.
Yeah, so your training, your training, right, from where you started at to where you're at now. So how did that evolution take place as far as the physical aspect of it as well as the basketball skill set?
Well, when I first started training, it wasn't really training. You know, you just have practice and you do the drills. It was really like fundamental drills and stuff like that. But like as time went by, I didn't really start training until I got in 9th grade. And that's when like stuff started picking up. That's when I started like learning like different aspects of the game where like a dribble pull up, floater with both hands and stuff like that. Like it's a lot of small things, but when I started going to the weight room in 9th grade, it's just like it's really like your whole game changes because like you don't got to pull all that energy into your dribbles and stuff. It just you're bigger, stronger, so you don't got to use all those dribble moves. And I work on that a lot now, more so dribble moves and stuff, just learning how to use my body or whatnot.
Okay. Oh, Juke, you got something to add to that?
Man, what's crazy is like I was gonna add the weight room because kids scared of the weight room.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because like I got a kid, man, like I love him to death. I ain't gonna say his name, but I love him to death. I just started really getting him to focus in the weight. And ever since he's been focused in the weight room, he's gotten bigger. And now it's giving him more motivation. I just wish he had listened to me 2 years ago when I told him this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, kids don't understand, like, and it's to this day that it's still the same way. Like, I'm glad Trey said that because it's a lot of kids that don't go to the weight room. And they wonder why when they go up for a layup, when somebody bump them, they fall to the ground and they can't make the shot. Or, you know, they wonder why they can't drive or why somebody can back them down on defense. Because they not lifting weight. It's real. I mean, even with football, man, I'm going to give you a story when it comes to the weight room. I was in the 10th grade on a football team that went 1-8-1. And we played, yeah, we went 1-8-1. Then nobody lift weights, though. Nobody. So that's mind you, we went 1-8-1. Played a team that went to the state championship called Washington Whip. They played Americans. And they lost to Americans. They had Leonard Pope. I'll never forget. And they had, like, Division I players on their team, bro. Like, the offensive line, and they had the number 5 defensive end in the nation. And they were Richard Cook. He was 6'5". I wasn't no more than, like, 215. I probably wasn't even 215 or 205. And man, every time I hit him, it felt like I was running into a brick wall. That's real. But I started lifting weights the next 2 years. And I helped my high school team go all the way to the state playoffs for the first year. And we went 7-4. But every year, the team got stronger, and they made it all the way to the dome on a 12-1 team. So what kids don't understand is the weight room can really change your life. That's why I put that story in there, because it changed mine. Nobody want pushing me around no more after I started lifting. So when you start lifting weights at the right age, like, it's gonna help you. So anybody that plays basketball, that runs away from the weight room, because my coach kicks kids out at school when we were in school, he was kicking kids out the weight room because they didn't want to lift weight. Right. And then they actually play sports. So like if you looking at this, or like Trey said, take advantage of the weight room, because it's really gonna help you.
Yeah. I'll say this, Coach Juke, here in Middle Georgia, boy, that weight room is ingrained in kids. They, I don't even know if they got a choice.
I believe
Not
it.
all of them.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Now, hey, you got a good bit on that. Don't want no parts of it. Man.
I believe that too, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I do. It's crazy. Like, kids scared, like, bro, we used to, like, now you got kids that won't even come lift weights all summer, but think they can come in and play football. Like, yeah, I ain't got to lift like that. I'm going to just do this and do that. And then they come out there, then they get mad because the coach ain't playing them. Then they say the coach wrong. But, bro, you ain't lifted all summer. Like, I'd rather lose every game with a kid that came to work with me every day than try to win a game with somebody that really don't care about the game. I'd rather take that time with this kid because he sacrificed so much this summer.
Well, I tell you this, and I can say this, like you said here in Middle Georgia now with that football. Oh, you gonna get in that weight room one way or another.
Yeah, they
gonna make sure you in there.
Hey, Juke, as you would say, that work gonna show.
Oh yeah, that work gonna show, man. Come on, we know what's going on, man. That work always gonna show. I wish somebody would tell me I ain't working. As hard as I know work, and I'm telling you, like, as hard as I work and it's working now, like, man, I wish somebody would tell me I ain't working.
Yeah. And I tell you this, and when you say that, Coach, just let the people know how hard you do work, and the things that a day in the life of Coach Juke right now.
Bruh, to be honest, like, I just started a new job on Monday. So, like, I might go to work and then leave work and go train. You know what I'm saying? And then I still gotta try to see, still try to spend time with my little girl. And then I still gotta do work on pro movement. Then I'm still doing underrated gym. Like, bro, I'm just trying to be a jack of all trades, not only to help myself, but if I'm able to help other people get to their dream, then I'm with that. So, bro, I might not go to sleep till like 2, 3 in the morning, knowing I got to go, you know what I'm saying? I still might have to go to work at 7, or I might stay up, bro. I'll be up working. Like, that's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't say that to brag, but, like, I'm not going to let nobody say that I ain't trying to let nobody outwork me.
Right.
That's real. That's my motivation. I ain't trying to let nobody outwork me. That's exactly how I go. Like, no matter what we doing, like, I'm not gonna let you outwork me. That's how I came up on life. Like, don't never let nobody outwork you. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these guys sleep. Like, bro, I'm still up because I don't want to get outworked. And I mean that. Tat, you already know how I get in there, Tat.
Hey. And that work is actually showing.
Come on, bro. Like that, let's be for real. How many kids have basically in the last 2 years we done helped go to school out of Middle Georgia? A lot.
Yeah, it's been a good bit.
A lot, bro. Like, you gotta think. Like, the last 2-3 years, I've had kids from Warner Robins and Northside come to the open run, and some leave on coach's radar. I can't say that a lot of kids got scholarship, but they got opportunities to be seen in front of coaches, and people sleep on them. They sleep on coming out here to the country to see what we have, and that's why I push it more. Like I love the city kids because city kids grind, but it's harder for the country kids. It's harder for the kids in the country, like Middle Georgia, like the South Georgia, because they can't get into the lab like that. Kids can go in the city and be in the gym 24/7.
Yep.
I gotta fight to get in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what people don't understand. Like I coach at the school and I still gotta fight to get in the gym. So like, don't just think, I still got to fight to get the team. You know what I'm saying? I try to figure out ways to help kids get better. And now they help me figure out ways to not, even when I don't have the gym, to do other stuff to help these kids get better. So we can't get in the gym today. We're going to the track. Let's go flip the top. Right. So, I mean, like, that's the whole point of their work going to show and not getting our work.
Right.
Yeah. Juke, let me ask you this, Juke, because you just said it, man. You're giving kids an opportunity to be seen. But how important is it for the kids to have their situation together, whether it's the grades or whatever the case would be, when that opportunity comes to put that whole connection together?
Man, I had tat this today. And I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to get back to that, but I'm going to tell you this story right here. Got a kid, bro. Good kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, some coaches moved away from the kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of his attitude or just the bad stuff that they heard. And me, I'm going to be honest. Like, I love the kid. And I think, you know what I'm saying? I think he kind of crazy. But at the same time, like, it's a crazy good. You know what I'm saying? Because certain kids, they act that way because of the fact that they want somebody to show them, you know what I'm saying, the way. That's how I looked at it. So I had a big time coach, a JUCO coach hit me up. He was like, Juke, I want him. Can you tell me about it? I told him the kid is a great kid. Like, regardless of what you heard, he a great kid. Because I've been around him.
Right.
So even with me saying he was a great kid, I already knew like the bad side of it too. You know what I'm saying? And I was honest with that. I gotta be honest. Yeah. Jack know that too. Mm-hmm. So the kid was still blocking the coach, one talking to him, but the coach still offered the kid the opportunity, right? How about he offered the kid committed, then he ghosted my guy. So I used that story because now the kid lost out on the opportunity. He lost the scholarship. So now he got to find another school that want him, which they probably will, but he might not get the same opportunity that he just had. You know what I'm saying? And now what kids are doing now? They're going to what? They transferring. Mm-hmm. Because it don't work out for them. But overall is, like, when kids don't need to, if you feel like you can't go to that school or you don't want to go, just tell the coach. He'll respect you more if you tell him the truth than you ghosting, lowballing, not letting them know what's going on. So don't do that. But, like, even with that, like, the number one thing that kills a kid's recruitment, and we all know, when you hit that send button or when you hit that tweet button, you already know. Like, I've seen kids post stuff that I was like, yo, and I might not even know them. Like, yo, you gotta take that down. Like, I know you don't know me, but you gotta take that down. You know what I'm saying? Some people wouldn't even do that.
Right.
But, like, you gotta understand, like, it might be a lot of stuff we like. I like a lot of stuff. But I ain't gonna retweet it. Especially when I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
That's real talk, man.
Yeah, so like, even if you like it, that don't mean retweet it.
Right.
Because we gonna see it. We gonna be like, hey, just think, for instance, Trey, you do something and I see it. And I'll be like, Trey, take that off. You might not even take it off. I'm the first person gonna hit it, tag.
Yeah.
I'm tag. Look at this. The tag on, you already know what tag gonna do. So like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, so you know, it's about like, if you really care about a kid, you gonna tell them that. You gonna tell them like, bro, don't tweet stuff out. Like coaches ain't even telling kids that. Like, bro, you don't be out here tweeting crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like when we tell kids that, some kids listen and some they be like, man, they don't know what they talking about. But then once you tweet and hit that send or that tweet message, what happened? Oh, I don't want it no more, coach. I seen him tweet money and drugs off of things. He done took pictures with money and drugs on the table. I can't have. Come on, man. That's what's going on around here.
Yeah. So Juke, you kind of brought that my next question, man. And I promise I'm gonna get everybody else in the questions, but the way that you just what you just said made me think of another question as far as your role as an assistant coach at the high school level, right? So how important is it to you to carry that same message to your high school kids, right? And as far as making sure that they're doing the right things on social media and they're handling themselves the right way, as well as preparing them for basketball or scholarship opportunities.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to like, because trying to really tell these kids how it's going, some kids have nonchalant attitude. Mm-hmm. So it's hard. It's hard, bro. Like I ain't gonna sit here and be like I've been able to help every kid. So, but I'm gonna tell them because I'm gonna give you the same message every time. Because either you gonna take it or you gonna go. Because I can tell you, Pizza Hut, if you take a straight route to Pizza Hut, you might be like, oh, he don't know what he's talking about, and might take a right and end up in a dead end street.
Right. So,
like, I mean, with me, it's more so I'm gonna keep giving you the same message, just the same way I'm gonna keep telling you how to get the pizza. Like, you either gonna listen to it or you ain't. And that's just how I go with it. But like, man, I've lost kids, bro, off of doing dumb stuff. I've seen that. I mean, we've told kids not to do something one day, and the next day, boom, something happened. So like, it affects your team. Like even when kids might be like, nah, it don't affect your team. Like, nah, bro, it affects your team because you don't like, you can lose your best player off of doing something stupid and end up losing 5 to 6 games. And if you had won 3 out of those 5, you could have made it to the playoff.
Right.
So like, that's why you try to tell kids like, bro, be smart about the decisions you make, because it's not only gonna hurt you, it's gonna hurt your mom, your dad, the people in your community, you know, and your teammates. So like, we gotta do the right thing, man. And I try to tell those kids that. And sometimes, bro, it works, and sometimes it doesn't. But like, I never, even when a kid goes through something negative, I still want to turn my back on them because I might just be all they have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, even if you do something that I told you not to do, like, I'm still gonna be there for you because like we all had to learn some kind of way. So like, and I'm still learning things now. So like, I never just turn my back on the kids or none of that. So I'm, you know.
Yeah. Trey, I'm gonna throw it to you, man. You got any questions?
Yeah. Coach Juke, what do you think is the biggest key for like a kid to be successful playing varsity? Like be like good or whatnot?
Working, bro. You gotta work. Not only on the basketball court though, like working in the classroom. And one thing that kids don't understand is perception is everything. And I tell my best friends this all the time when we talk about it. Perception is everything, Trey. You could walk down the street, and if you handle yourself in a negative manner, and you might not even be a negative kid, people gonna look at it like, oh, I seen him, like, he was da-da-da. So, like, it's more so, well, like, do the right thing, bro. Like, you can do the right thing on the basketball court and then do something wrong and then kill your whole career outside the basketball court and on the basketball court. So, like, I could always tell a kid to stay in the gym, stay in the gym, stay in the gym. But once he leaves the gym, he could go out here and do something crazy and it kills his whole career. So not only don't just do the work in the gym, do the right work outside of the gym. That's what I tell any kid, bro.
Mm-hmm. Hey, thanks for that dropping that knowledge, man. Like I said, one of my old mentors, current mentors, always say perception is reality. You know what I'm saying? So it can have an impact on your career just because you or people that's close to you don't see you that way. Somebody that don't know you, their perception of you, that's reality. So it impacts it, man. But Coach Juke, man, got a question for you, man. So we had the opening about 2 weeks ago. We got the tip off coming up. A few other tournaments. Any players, any matchups you looking to definitely check out?
Man, I'm gonna tell you. After listening to Rashawn, I want to see how the Team Force match up. I want to see that, and I'm gonna tell you this. It's a 2022. It's a 2022 group that I like, and I think they play with Double Trouble. Ryan Dix, and Ride Out. I think they play with Double Trouble. Yeah, I like to see them guys play. I like to see them guys play One Ride. I like to see them play One Ride, or I like to see them play. Yeah, I like to see that too. Real spill. Yeah, okay. I like to see that. Now, and two, like, I like to see Game Elite with what's the kid from Kale? What's his name?
Scooter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scoot. Yeah. Hey man, listen. I like Scoot, bro. I like him. I like him. A lot of kids. There's one kid that I like because of his energy, bro. I've seen him. I like him a lot. I like to see them and Georgia Magic.
Ooh. Okay.
Hey,
I like to see that, man.
Hey, Juke. I seen Scooter at the opening. Was it the opening? The opening last week. Yeah. And I walked up to that joke. I say, man, I don't appreciate you knocking us out the playoffs like that.
Hey, I forgot about that, bro. I forgot all about. Oh, my bad. I shouldn't even say it.
I was just messing with him, man, and I was just messing with him. I told him, hey, man, I don't appreciate you knocking us out of the playoffs like that. And he just kind of smiled, man, and kept going, man. Very humble kid, man. I mean,
I like him, bro.
That kid can damn play now.
Man. He fun to watch, boy. He fun to watch.
Oh yeah, for real. And I'm telling y'all, man. Hey, Kawhi. Shout out to Kawhi too, man. Even when I'm speaking, because of me thinking about Georgia Magic with Butts, like shout out to those two guys too, bro. Because like I've never met Kawhi and I've met Butts once, and those guys show me hella love, bro. I have to make sure that I put that out just because we talking about Georgia Magic. And even Lil Kawhi, bro, he actually showed me love too. So I want to make sure that I say something about those guys while I'm on here. And two, Coach Garman. Listen, man, Coach Garman. I have never met Coach Garman, and I promise you, it feels like our relationship, like we've been knowing each other our whole life, bro. Like for real. I want to make sure that I say something special about Coach G because bro never met me. And he treat me like family, just like y'all guys treat me like family too, man. So I want to make sure I put that out there. But I do want to see Georgia Magic and Game Elite play. That's one matchup I like to see. And the Team Forest and Warner Robin All-Star. I want to see that matchup too. Definitely.
Hey, and you say that about Coach Butts, man. Coach Butts is a great guy. Been dealing with Coach Butts, man, for a long time. Me and Coach Butts go way back, and when I mean way back, I'm talking Devin was probably 8 years old playing rec ball. I was coaching rec ball during that time in 7 and 8, and he was coaching Bearcats. His 7 and 8 year old group with Devin. So we go all the way back to that time, man, and great guy. And like I say, man, speaking of Kawasa and Lil Kawasa, man. We talk to them jokers just about every day. So man, they just like you say, they just like family, man. And Coach Gorman, I can't say enough about that joker, man. We grew up together, so I mean, they great guy.
What's crazy, man? Like a lot of people don't know is that I signed a football scholarship to go to Fort Valley, and G was already there. But that's the reason why I help kids now is because of the experience that I had with me signing with Fort Valley. I didn't have enough information. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have like my mom and dad really didn't know because they didn't have the information.
Yep.
They didn't know.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And like I used to always point the finger, but like I felt like now that I'm in the situation that I'm in now, I just looked at that God just he wanted a whole different story for me. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why like when I think about the Fort Valley stuff, I understand that Fort Valley stuff molded me into the person that I am today to be able to help kids, not only in Georgia, but all over the U.S.
Yeah.
So, Coach Charles, look like we got a question from one of the viewers.
Oh yeah. They got a question for you, Trey. DeCoy Brown. He say, what was your most memorable or favorite game you've played in, and why?
Oh, favorite game. My favorite game is the game my 9th grade year. We was playing Warner Robin. It was my first Warner Robin. Man, I remember Simon came to the end of the bench. So I was in like the middle of the bench. Simon came over there. He was like, you ready? And I just looked around the gym. I was like, yeah. So I go to the scores table, and I'm the only one getting checked in the game. First of all, I hated that. So I'm the only one getting checked in the game. So the buzzer go off, and I walk in the game, and I just felt like everybody was staring at me. Man, right when I got in the game, them boys went full court man to man. And Kobe was guarding me. So I'm dribbling up the court, and Kobe talking to me, bro. When I get across half court, I think Nelson come and trap me. Turnover. And then I think the second time I get the ball up the court, and I tried to throw it to the wing. Turnover. Man, I got pulled out the game so fast, man. I got pulled out the game so fast. I would never forget that moment. It was just so funny, man. That was my first time ever playing against the boy. And I was so scared. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
So let me follow up with that, man. So how did that first experience to last year when you playing them? How did it change, Trey? How's it changed?
It changed a lot because now I was used to it. And like, I could have been scared, but I didn't have no choice because I was the point guard. And I knew that if I would have went out there playing scared, they was gonna follow me and they was gonna play scared too. So I just had to tighten up. And by that time I had played I be playing with them at practice a lot, so I already knew what was going on. So it was fun though. It was fun going against Keyshawn. I would always like going against him.
Yeah. So Trey, let me ask you this. We're gonna stick with you. So what part of your game do you need to work on or develop that's gonna help you at the next level?
My off the dribble 3, because I know that I'm not 6'2", 6'3" or whatnot. So I know if I get that part of my game down, I know that I'm good because they're not going to be as fast as me. So I know I can use that in my advantage. And if I get to knocking down shots off the dribble from deep, it ain't going to be no way they can really hold me. So I just feel like once I get that part of my game down, damn, I'm good.
Yeah. Okay.
And Trey, you didn't have to be scared. You already knew what was coming. I already knew what was coming. Trey, I want you to talk to the younger guys right here for a minute of how important you think it is to have that player coach good relationship that you and Simon have, and that allows you to be more of that vocal leader and coach on the floor?
I think if you're gonna be the good player, whatever you want to call it for your team, you need to always have that good relationship with your coach, because I feel like if your coach can trust you, like, okay, so like Simon trusts me from like, he knows that I'm gonna do what I do what I feel best to win. So like he trusts me and he knows that. So he listens to me, like he listens to me what play I think we should run, and all that. Like I watch film a lot. He'll call me in there or whatnot and ask like, did you see this? Did you see that? What you think we can do to like what plays you think we can do for this and whatnot. So I think it's always important to have a good relationship with your coach, because like, especially if you're a point guard, because that's gotta click. Because sometimes you might be on the floor and he might not see something from the coach's point of view instead of some like you on the floor and you seeing it. So always build that trust with your coach. So like, you can go talk to him or whatnot when things going good or bad. But yeah.
Coach Juke.
Okay. I like that, Trey. That makes sense, man. That's speaking like a true point guard. But I got a question for you. So, one question: if a coach asks you why he needs to get off of your scholarship, what would you tell him? Well, let me rephrase that. Why should he give you a scholarship?
One, he won't have to worry about me in the classroom, and two, if a true point guard is what you're looking for, then like I just feel like I'll be that person because I'm a good leader. I'm not really one of those people that think about like you got to be like, a lot of people, they feel like in order to be like a good player, you got to score. And I just tell them like, I'm not one of those players. I ain't a selfish player. Like if I got to score 2 points and get 10 assists and we win, I'm good with that, because a win is a win. So I just tell them like, I'm just true to my role. I know how to play my role. Whatever you need me to do, that's what I do.
I'm with that.
Oh yeah.
That's my question on that one. Oh, you gotta tell her you're a dog too now. I can't tweet that about you and telling people that if you ain't gonna tell the coach.
Hey, that's
tell her you're a dog too, Trey. Come on.
Hey, I'm a dog. Hey, that's a given. If I don't tell them, they'll find.
hey, that's true. But hey, if I'm telling them that, I need you to tell them the same thing. After you tell them everything, you need to tell them I'm a dog too, Coach.
I got you.
Oh yeah. Coach Charles.
Nah, man, I think this platform is doing a lot of things, man, and it's starting to, conversations are starting to happen. I think bridges are starting to get built. People starting to clean around their own front door and stuff like that, man. And we just looking for more ways to continue to do that so we can find those root causes and try to fix them. I know here in Middle Georgia, it's kind of like what you was talking about, Coach Juke. Resources, man. Trying to get a gym, we fight. So in that has an impact on things. So if that's one thing we can try to do and we can come together with, man, if we can get some resources, man, I think we could do some damages, man. So I just appreciate just having that conversation about all of this, man.
Man, oh yeah, no problem, man. And like what people don't understand is, like, I understand, like, if we had more opportunities like a gym in our community, a lot of the kids that we've lost wouldn't be lost right now.
Yeah.
Because we got the gym. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of kids that are lost to the street because they wanted to hang out in the street because they didn't have nowhere else to go.
Right.
So, like, that's just where I'm at with that. Like, hopefully, eventually, we'll be able to find a solution for not only here in Grane County, but in Warner Robins also, man.
Oh, yeah.
So Coach Juke, we're going to get ready to wrap here in a minute, man. But before we go, I definitely want to thank you, but I also want to get your thoughts as far as how do we push the culture? right? So we talked about the resources as far as not being able to in the gym, but how do we push the culture to get the middle Georgia, South Georgia kids, get those looks and those opportunities? You know, going up to Atlanta playing in live periods, all of those things. Can you just kind of just give us your thoughts on that?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, what Tay from Hoop Scene,
Yeah.
like being involved in Hoop Scene is one thing. I'll say that's good. Like, and bro, to be honest, like I'm real big with on the radar. Like Sean, like kids need to take that opportunity that Sean is giving them. When not only when it comes to the team camps, but when it comes to the individual stuff, like that is something that I'm thinking like should work for. Like that's something that kids should take advantage of. Like I mean that's that, and we gotta keep kicking coaches' doors down, man. Like in order to be heard, you gotta be the loudest person in the room sometimes. You gotta keep going. Like, oh, he answered my email. Yeah. 2 weeks later, I'm gonna send him a whole nother email. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just about if you got people on your team that gonna help you, that gonna keep the door down. You know what I'm saying? Like a Warner Robins All Stars, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like a Coach Garmin. When you got supportive people that's gonna help you, the sky's the limit. But like some kids don't have that. So that's where something like pro movement comes in at. That's where Coach Juke come in at. That's where Jared comes in at. You know what I'm saying? That's where Sean comes in at. That's even where Love with the Game part comes in at. Those are outlets that help kids from South Georgia and Middle Georgia get those opportunities. It's crazy because kids in Augusta, like you'll think like, Augusta the city. So like a little city, not a little city, but it's a city. So you would think that kids are getting seen in Augusta, but kids are not getting seen in Augusta like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got Chad Cook that writes about a lot of them, but at the same time, like we have to continue to kick doors down and let these people know, like it's a kid out here you need to look at. It's a Derrick Harris that you need to look at. It's a Corn Dillard that you need to come down here and look at. You know what I'm saying? So it's a DJ Wright that you need to come down here and look at. Like a lot of these kids that we've named end up going to schools where people found them and loved what they could do on the basketball court. So if we're able to do that, if we're able to get 3 coaches that gonna ride with our kids, then we did our job. We're doing our job. It's when we can't find 0 opportunities for our kids. But if we're able to find, like I said, always one, that's all it takes, man. One opportunity to show people what you can do. You know, so like that's how I look at that. That's how I feel like. And I know, like, you can hear that in my voice. Like, when I talk about Middle Georgia, South Georgia, and Central Georgia sports, like basketball, you gonna know what's going on. Like, you gotta think, man, Quan, Keyshawn, Zay Wright, who going to Polk State, DJ going to Hampton Sydney, Tyler Johnson going to USC, Christian Chambers going to Columbus State. Bro, I named a lot of kids that could possibly play D1 basketball or Division II. And coaches didn't even take the opportunity to even come check out the kids. So, but that's not a bad thing because God willing, they got opportunities, bigger opportunities for themselves. So it all worked out. But we have to continue to kick the doors down and get our kids seen, or get a kid that's not even our seen. And that's where we come in. And when you got great people in your circle and great people that want to help you, we're gonna be able to make anything work, man.
Hey, great message, man. Like I said, we're gonna get out of here, man. We definitely appreciate you being on the show, Juke. We just met a week ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever the case may be. I ran up on you at a camp. Like, hey man, you Juke?
Yeah. And we connected right then.
Yeah, just right then. Yeah, right then. It was, yo, here go my number. Let me know who you got up here. We're going to look out for them. We're going to figure it out. Yeah, so nah, man, all love. And your energy. bro, your energy and your enthusiasm and your honesty, your integrity as far as pushing this game forward is I mean, it can't be denied, man. So we definitely appreciate you being on the show, bro.
Man, I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. For real, for real. Hey, Tat. Hey, man, Tat been my bro for the longest, bro. And, like, man, I really, really appreciate him. I appreciate Charles. I appreciate you, KB. And Trey, you know I appreciate you, bro. Anything you need help with, hit me up and I got you.
Yes, sir. For sure.
Yeah. Coach Tat, what you got on before we get out of here, man?
And man, just appreciate Coach Juke, man. Like I say, man, coming on here, man, giving us that energy, man, and giving us the honesty and the truth. And I mean, just telling it like it is, man. I mean, that's what we built this podcast to be. Truth, honesty. Helping to move the culture forward, helping to move the area forward. And like you say, shout out the game, Love of the Game podcast too. Those guys do an amazing job, man. And we look to those guys as vision of doing this thing, man. So I mean, they do a great job. You know, like I say, man, appreciate your Coach Juke being on, Trey. You know, keep doing your thing, man. Keep being patient. Keep being patient. Good things gonna happen for you. It's gonna come to you. It's gonna come to you just like that jump shot came to you. You didn't always had it, but it came to you.
Trey, that mid range tough, bro.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate it.
You work to get that mid range, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now you just got to keep working, and everything else gonna start happening for you. So just be patient. It's gonna happen. And Charles and Kenny, man, like I say, appreciate y'all, man, and let's keep this thing rolling.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Charles, what you got before we get out of here,
man? All love, man. Like I said, I love doing these things, man, because like I said, it's one of those things. You keeping the integrity to the game. We pushing things forward. Trey, and man, just keep doing what you're doing, bro. I love watching you play, man. Sure. You the hardest playing point guard I know. So, and keep challenging them young kiddos that's up under you too, man. Because they need to when they get in that seat where you at, they need to pass up. They need to do the same thing. So that's how that goes, man. So like I said, man, just love doing this. So
appreciate it, Coach.
Yeah.
Trey, definitely, man. Much success. You know what I'm saying, on your upcoming year, and then beyond, bro. Because I know you got it, man. I watch you, right? So we talk about you like Trey's a dog, man. Trey's out here doing, pushing, talking. I ain't gonna say you like Michael Jordan to your teammates, but you pushing them, man, and that's leadership. You know what I'm saying? Those are qualities that you can't teach. People are born with that, man. And your teammates and the younger ones, like Coach Charles said, they look up to you, bro. So keep moving the culture forward, man.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Yeah. Coach Juke, like I said, Coach Juke, like I said, man, we appreciate you being on the show, man. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. A couple things, though. So we're going to take a break on Sunday. So we won't be on the air Sunday. We're going to let everybody enjoy your 4th of July. You know, we're going through this pandemic. Chill out with the fam. Put some stuff on the grill. Do whatever it is that you do. Chill out. But take that opportunity to go back and look at the past 11, Charles? 11, 12?
Yeah, it's number 12 right here. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so go back and take the opportunity to go back and look at the 12 past episodes that's out on our Warner Robins All-Star YouTube page. Get caught up. Coach Charles, happy birthday, early birthday. Coach Charles' birthday tomorrow, so we want to give you a shout-out.
I appreciate it.
Happy birthday, brother.
Yeah, the EP, the executive producer. Coach Buddy, we want you to get better, man. Stay off the court. You ain't get no more. So
David can't hoop no more.
Coach Buddy tore that ACL. So look, bro, you know, Father
Achilles
is undefeated, as they say. So you get right. Coach Tat, like I said, man, we appreciate everything you do as far as moving the culture forward, man. So we don't praise you enough, man. But for real, bro, we see you. And we know all the behind the stuff that you're doing, man. So we definitely salute you on everything that you're doing, man.
Yes, sir.
So look, we're gonna get out of here. But like I said, viewers, go back, look at the past 12 episodes, get yourself familiar, because we're coming back with a bang. Coach Tat, what you got something before we get out of here?
Yeah, man. Just like you say, we taking Sunday off, coming back Wednesday with Coach Johnson, Hassan County High girls coach. Real good guy, man. Great coach, doing great things. Expecting a great team back this year. So get him on, man. Talk about his girls, talk about his background, and hoping for a great show. One last thing, Coach Juke, you plug your Twitters, your YouTube,
yeah, your social media, definitely.
Yeah, your social media, plug that stuff, man.
Man, my Twitter page is Coach Juke, CoachJuke, and my Instagram is BYB_train. You'll find me. If you need to find me, I promise you, Coach Tech, KP, Coach Tarzan, Trey will be able to find me.
Oh yeah.
I got you.
There you go. And as always, man, viewers, if you got any questions or anything that you need further follow up on, hit us up on our social media platforms. We'll definitely get back to you. If it's anything you guys want to see, let us know. We'll make it happen. So please, everybody have a safe 4th of July, and we look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. And other than that, we out. Peace.